Alright everybody, so this video is going to be a little bit different than what you guys are normally used to when it comes to guides. We have released this expansion thus far, Warlock guides for Destruction, Demonology, Affliction, Warlock Covenants, Warlock Legendaries, Warlock Soulbinds, and Warlock Conduits. We've released a guide specifically for every single aspect of the game for when it comes to Warlocks that you guys can even think of imaginable. Today we're going to do a little bit of a spin-off, and this isn't going to be how, as you guys notice if you've watched those guides, they had a certain platform and a certain method to how I released them and how I edited them and all that type of stuff. I have learned from those videos. This isn't my learned stuff putting into a video. I'm actually live streaming this, and this is why it's going to be different. We're going to be working on a fun to hopefully it actually works. It might not even work. Who knows? And if it doesn't work, this video ain't even going to get released. But if you're watching this right now, it either kind of worked or it worked. And we're going to be messing around with Demonology as creating a Demon Bolt build. Hopefully a one-shot build. Not specifically for PvE. It could work in burst PvE, but I'm mainly going for a one-shot build for PvP situations, just for the freaking fun of it. As you guys have noticed, if you've done any PvP, druids, holy, and freaking fire mages, holy. There's a couple of classes and specs out there that can actually do very close to a one-shot. And when it comes to warlocks, affliction's nowhere near that. And even though the Affliction does a lot of damage, nowhere near one-shots, and then Destruction has an ability called Chaos Bolt that could potentially do a one-shot, but it's nowhere near doing enough damage. So, we're going to go ahead and mess around tonight on this live stream and see what we can come up with for a Demon Bolt one-shot. Let's make sure we have no buffs up, just so we can get a complete dreadful Demon Bolt out right now. I don't want inner demons either, so let's just pop up a Grimoire Felguard. I don't want anything attacking. You know what, Professor? You're gonna have to go home. Can't use you. I'll be back, Professor. I'll be back. But we gotta document what one. Oh shit! I actually need that. Okay, I need my inner demons. Because I need my power siphon to proc me a freaking demon bolt quickly. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, let's just go ahead and use that, and boom. So, 1622. 1622 is going to be the damage that we just procced from a standard and simple demon bolt. And that is absolutely nothing. Taking that into consideration, I currently have about 34,000 health. It's going to take a lot of freaking demon bolts to be able to put me down. Especially with defensive cooldowns and abilities and all that type of stuff. So, that's our starting point, 1622. Remember that? Now, let's go ahead and start putting into work what we can to increase demon bolt. So, I have a to-do list on what we can go over. This is standard to Shadowlands and Warlocks in general. And to see what we can pull together, even from our previous guides and with my Warlock expertise, see what we can put together as a Warlock to increase the damage of our Demon Bolt. When it comes to Covenant of Choice, it is definitely going to be the Necrolords in order to get the most benefit from the Necrolord ability of Decimating Bolts, which increases the amount of damage that your next 3 Demon Bolts even do. So just giving you a heads up on that, we're definitely going to be going with the Necrolords as our Covenant choice. Venthyr, Kyrian, and Night Fae. They do have some abilities that could benefit going later down the line into Soulbinds and stuff like that. However, we are strictly going to be going with the Covenant choice of the Necrolords, and I am going to be doing a little bit more deep details on these Soulbinds. So I got to go ahead and see what I can put together with the Soulbinds, so that's what we're going to be going over next. Alright, Soulbinds, what do we got? You know what, let's start off with Plague Divisor. Now, damage-wise, I know the best Soulbind for me personally is a many. However, we're specifically going to be looking into Demon Bolt increases, and I'm just going to go ahead and run over these Soulbinds in as quickly as we possibly can. So, starting off with Plague Divisor Marillac. Using Fleshcraft, nearby courses, consumes essence and completely granting a benefit based on the creature's type. Of course, we're going to want a Potency conduit. When ooze below 50% ooze courses over you, granting you a shield. While standing still, you slowly build stacks of bloops. Your first attack or spell cast on an enemy increases your damage done to them by 10%. Your first attack or spell cast on an enemy, so that's not going to benefit Demon Bolt. Because based off of this so far, we already not going to be using Demon Bolt as our specific first cast into the one-shot macro, so that's not even going to work. However, it could be within. That's questionable. Could be within the first 10 seconds though. It's questionable. Right now, that would be the best option to go to. Sadly, it's going to give us a finesse conduit slot, and I will tell you right now, I haven't gotten to the conduit section yet, but I know there's some conduits that are in the potency section that are going to be a little bit more beneficial than Plaguey's preemptive strike. So then we got an endurance slot, and we got Plagueborn. These two are just really, these two are always like blah blah freaking traits. So defeat an enemy's chance to deploy your Plagueborn cleansing slime, improve the remaining durability of arbor, allows the opening of locks, okay, and then a potency conduit. So we do have 2 potency conduits, which is kind of nice. And we have a possible ability that could also benefit us with Demon Bolt. So let's go ahead and move on to a many. Starting off with Decimating Bolt increases your intellect by 5% and up to 4 nearby enemies' primary casts by 2% for 7.5 seconds. You gain 2% additional intellect. So far, this is definitely a better way to go with Potency. Fleshcraft increases maximum health. Channel Fleshcraft while moving. They both don't care. If we get a Finesse. Hearth Kidney Stone. It gives you a Kidney Stone. It's technically a Hearth Stone, but a really, really freaking long one. Credibly again his legs after taking damage, falling damage, okay, and then we got an endurance star. So sadly we don't have everything unlocked at this moment in time, as you guys can tell, but we're trying to see what we can pull off with what we have. What level do these unlock? So this is going to be 28, so in a couple of weeks, and then this is going to be 25, that will be next week, yeah. Finesse and endurance, so they're not really going to affect us too much. So, yeah, we're going to see what we can possibly do for right now. And then we got a new one, Bonesmith. Intellect and armor. It's absolutely freaking dead. Forge Bone is dead. We got a potency, which is good. Defeating an enemy reduces Fleshcraft cooldown by 1 second. Inflicting shadow damage, attackers, and hit. Okay. And then we got a finesse into Runeforged Spurs, movement speed, and Bonesmith Satchel, or in gems, and then an endurance stat. So, right off the bat, Ameni is still the most beneficial of the 3. Yeah, I'm going to be removing Plaguey's preemptive strike, because I already know for a fact, since that's the only route that could have been different with Plague Divisor, no matter what, the route for Bonesmith won't change, and he is absolutely the worst Soulbind out of the 3, sadly, because you unlock him the last. Plague Divisor, he does have a secondary route that you could take with Plaguey's preemptive strike. However, I'm already thinking ahead, based off of the conduits, which you will be seeing in just a second. There's no reason to go that route, and then Ameni just has the better options overall, and obviously the highest increase to the damage output that you can possibly pull. So, with that being said, we're not going to change anything Soulbind wise, so let's move on to conduits. Alright, so starting off with the endurance conduits, none of these should affect anything. Drain life, health stones, and that's resolute barrier, so yeah, that's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Finesse shouldn't really affect anything. Fear, teleport, fell domination, eye of Kilrog. Alright, so this is where we really want to look into. So, starting off with Tyrant Soul, that's the demonic tyrant expires, gain a stack of demonic core and increase the damage your demons deal by 13%, which is really, really freaking nice. I will be using it once we unlock this next potency conduit. We got Fel Commando, Fel Guard damage, and less damage. Carnivore Stalkers, Dread Stalkers attacks have a 3.9% chance to trigger an additional Dread Bite. Hand to Gul'dan has a 20.8% chance to generate change in demonic core, and decimating bolts missiles increase damage. So, this is going to replace Fel Commando, Fatal Decimation, and that is again only for this build. This is not for, again, we're working on a Demon Bolt specific one-shot macro build. So, let's go ahead and apply that. And everything else can stay the same because there's no more potency conduit slots currently left. So when it comes to the really Fatal Decimation is the only potency conduit that will affect Demon Bolt in, not really specifically Demon Bolt, but Decimating Bolt is generally going to be the way where we're going to start picking up some high damaging Demon Bolts. So definitely going to go ahead and pick up that Fatal Decimation for some fast-paced damn. Next up, legendary powers. What can we put together here? Yes, I will create a new legendary if the one that I'm currently using isn't the best, and I'm very positive the one I'm using isn't currently the best. Implosive potential, it's haste from implosion, so not really going to benefit from that. Soul shard spent on hand to go down increases the damage of your next called Dread Stalkers, that is Grim Inquisitor. For Forces of the Horn Nightmare, Hand to Gul'dan has a 15% chance to increase the second time on a target for free. Bale Spider's Burning Core, Shadow Bolt increases the damage of your next Demon Bolt by 8%, stacking up to 4 times, lasts 15 seconds, which is again most likely what I am going to pick up as a legendary. And that is going to be wrists and hands, that is actually perfect. Wilfred's Sigil of Superior Summoning, every soul charge you spend reduces the cooldown, and I believe that's what I'm using, yes. Next up we got Claw of Endreth, Drain Life, we got Echo of Eonar, spells and abilities, low chance to summon a Spiritual Familiar, increasing damage by 10%, nope. Judgment of the Arbiter, dealing damage to high chance to release a blast of spiritual energy, nope. Next up we've got Norganons, casting a spell grants Sagacity, stacking up to 10 times while you move, you're able to cast, nope. Reducing the effectiveness of crowd control, no. Yeah, increases secondary stats if utilized, no. Taking significant damage from your player, the elite, increases the damage of your healing, nope. And Maul Rattle, I already know for a fact, no. This is Relic of Demonic Synergy, don't have it yet. It is a raid drop. For some reason, this asshole won't drop it. Damage done by your primary demon has a 50% chance, nope. It is a good freaking legendary though, by the way. Pillars of Dark Portal, that's Gateway from PvP. Phantasma earned. Okay, so we need to go ahead and craft ourselves a Bale Spider's Burning Core. I am going to craft myself a 210. Just to give you guys a heads up, you can craft higher item level legendaries, and because of this, I'm not going to be getting the biggest increase. But again, this is currently where we stand as this day on January 15th of 2021. Currently where I stand, I don't have access to every legendary just yet. However, I have access to the legendary I need. I don't have access to super duper high item level conduits. However, I have the conduit that I need. I don't have amazing gear, but I have decent gear. It's just what I currently have access to and what we're going to be able to put together. And then going further on forward, if this Demon Bolt really wants it, we can go ahead and see again how high we can actually get this. So just to give you a heads up, Bale Spider's Burning Core is the legendary we're going to go ahead and craft right now. And then we're going to go ahead and move directly into everything that we can possibly do with our actual Warlock character. Gems, enchants, and consumables, talents, all that type of stuff that we're going to be able to put together. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves a Bale Spider's Burning Core wrist. Bracers. I'm so happy these are bracers. Bale Spider's Burning Core with a haste and a mastery. 210 item level. will eventually upgrade, but it is what it is. I like how we get to watch this every time. My bracer! Let's go! Alright, back we go. Cause we're gonna have to enchant these. Alright, so we are now back. Demonology Warlock. Covenant choice of Necrolords. So we've kept that the same. Soulbinds the many. Kept that the same. We did, however, change a Potency conduit in a many to Fatal Decimation. And we've also changed the legendary option to the male spider option. So those were two changes that we've technically made so far. As the Warlock being Demonology, the talents I have currently kept the same as what we were using before, just for this testing, just to see what we're at right now. Right now it's a Foreshadow Bolt, Decimating Bolt, Demon Bolt type of macro. That's technically what it is. As many Demon Bolts as we can get after that, but Foreshadow Bolts, Decimating Bolt into as many Demon Bolts as we can is what we're going to be working on. Because of the fact that none of our other abilities are really going to affect the Demon Bolt. There are going to be other options that we're going to mess around with, such as 3 different variations of stats, versatility, crit, and haste. We're also going to mess with PvP talents, adding in Pleasure and Master Summoner instead of the Observer and Fell Lord, because those will also benefit. And then, as well as our talent option, we will go with Sack Souls just to see how that plays as well. But if we do go Sack Souls, rotation is going to change from Foreshadow Bolt, Decimating Bolt, and Demon Bolt to get as many fucking demons out as you possibly can into Foreshadow Bolt, Decimating Bolt, Demon Bolt. So yeah, bear with me. Let's go ahead and just do a Foreshadow Bolt, Decimating Bolt, Demon Bolt rotation and see where we are at. But first, let's just go ahead and buff up as much as we possibly can, because that's just how we do. Again, we are going standard right now, with just the mastery setup. This is usually what I use anyways, and that should be everything. Everything in this bag is the extra options, and then of course you've got these are the options I need to go ahead and put back once we're done with this test. However, that should be everything. Am I missing anything? Of course, better gear and all that type of stuff would work, but let's go ahead and see what we can pull off. Let's go ahead and details show. Let's actually just dismiss the pet. We don't really need the pet out right now. I wish I could put Professor AFK, but we're gonna see what we get for right now. Again, 4 Shadow Bolts into a Decimating Bolt into as many Demon Bolts as we possibly can. So we're not gonna do anything else. We're not gonna go ahead and summon Tyrants. Nothing else that's not gonna benefit this Demon Bolt prop. We're just simply here to see how big of a Demon Bolt we can possibly get. So let's give this a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Decimating Bolt. First one. 5k. 6k. Huh. Not as much as you would hope. Not as much as you would hope. 5k and 6k with what we would be able to work with. What is this I'm gonna do? 1.2. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull back game. Get back the professor. Come on, get over here, bro. I hate when you can't freaking command the professor, man. So it's about 6k is the most that we were able to get so far. But again, there's a lot more changes that we can mess with. So we've got it from 1,600 to 6k. Demon Bolt is doing a lot of the damage. Let's go ahead and pull this out. So average of 5,000. Minimum average. Max was 6k. We've only hit 3 times. So the lowest was 3, the max was 6, the other one was about 5, so that's about right. So right now we're sitting at 6k demon bolts. And I know, I would hope we could do better. Because that's not, I can proc freaking 6k with my other build, and that's not focusing a lot on demon bolt. However, let's go ahead and start off with stats, because I always love to do stats before spells and talents, and the reason being is you'll be able to get a more in-depth picture on which stat is the best for the actual build itself and the actual spells themselves. So, go ahead, exit that, reset that, and let's go ahead and let's try Haste first. It is probably going to be the dumbest of the three options, because again, it's just going to affect the spell casting. I'm also looking at not just the demon bolt numbers, but I'm also looking at how much damage we're doing in that window. But I'm not really in depth going in that on this video, because if the damage does increase drastically with the change on Haste, coming from shadow bolts, decimating bolts, and stuff like that in that little small window frame, yeah, I will definitely go ahead and take a look at Haste a little bit more in depth. But again, Haste is just a way to make your spells cast faster. It's not really going to affect the demon bolt proc that much, but we're going to go ahead and see what that window change is going to look like. 4 shadow bolts, decimating bolt, demon bolt, of course. Let's go ahead and give this. There you go. Yeah, we're good. Perfect. So let's go ahead and see what we can proc out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Proc, please. Really quick, I'm gonna get some imp sets so we can proc something extra. Nope, didn't get another one off. That sucks. But let's go ahead and see and pull back. And the window frame of just adding that minor haste didn't benefit too much. I'll tell you that much right now. So I chose haste as the first option, the first go-to option for a reason. Demon bolt. Yeah, it was actually even less. So my max demon bolt was 5.8. And then my minimum was 5.7. So I got 2 off this time instead of 3. And they were a little bit less than the mastery. But again, it doesn't really affect it anyways. On average, I'm about to hit 5.7 with either I go mastery or haste. So we're going to go ahead and try 2 more changes. That being crit and that being versatility. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the major changes of actually getting into talents and other options as that goes on forward. So let's go ahead and get this changed. Let's try the crit route first, because to be honest with you, I think the versatility route is going to be the biggest upgrade compared to crit. Alright, crit, and we are good to go. So let's go ahead and try the crit build really quickly. See what we can go ahead and pull here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and get some tangible dawns out. Alright, let's see how many we can proc. 1, 2, give me 1 more, thank you. 3. 8Ks. I saw some fucking 8Ks. I saw some 8Ks, mate. This is better. This is what you like to see. But crit, of course, specifically benefits demon bolt. 54%. So, we averaged 8k demon bolts there. The minimum, maximum, the average. And we hit... Oh, those were my crits, my bad. My normal hits. We had a maximum of 8k, which was from a crit. And then 2 of them were regular. 1 was a crit and 2 of them were regular. A non-crit was at 6k and a minimum was at 5k. So we averaged regular 6ks and we also pull in 8k. In that small time frame, if I could imagine getting 3 8ks though, that's actually 9k. It's 8.8. Just better gear. So on average, imagine 3 9ks, that's 27k damage. plus the damage you're getting from the Shadow Bolts, plus the damage you're getting from the Decimating Bolt. So this is definitely already a change that we need to actually calculate. So 4 hits with an average of 773. So we did 3.1. So that's gonna make people fall over for sure. So if we drop that to 773, so that's 3k. My Decimating Bolt, of course, 1 hit of... It's multiple hits. It did 6k damage. So that's 9k. Plus the 0.1.8, that's 10k. And the Demon Bolts ended up doing 20k. And this is in a time frame of roughly 10 seconds that we're getting this out. That's this is bad though. This is bad math. But 20 plus 10k, that's 30,000 damage within roughly 5 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds. And you could do more if everything crits and lines up. But again, we make changes, we make moves, and we see what versatility can do for us. But that is already a benefit. 8.8k from 1.6 is currently what we're at with crit. Alright, versatility. Give me a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and give this a freaking go. Versatility in action. And again, this is just the standard rotation. So let's see what we can pull off. We were able to get 8Ks from... Hold the phone, mate. Hold the phone, mate. Let's see what we can pull off here. 1, 2. Oh no. Oh no. Versatility. Oh no. Oh no. Did you guys just see that? Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Wonderful. Another chapter for my book.
Oh no. Oh no. No. Alright. 5.2, 5.3, that's 10. That's, the Decimating Bolt and the Shadow Bolt did more damage.
Another chapter for my book.
Because that's standard. But the Demon Bolt didn't do as much damage as the crit. Because the actual hits were a little bit less. 5.8. That was 2. I only got 2 hits though. This actually this is way more damage. So we did about 30k with crit. This is 1 less Demon Bolt. I just remembered that. So we got 11.7k Demon Bolt crit. Imagine if all 3 of these crit. Oh, that'd be so freaking good. So add another 5.8k on top of the 17. That's gonna be 23. Versatility is way better than the crit route. 11.7k. 11.7. So again, like I said, I had a feeling versatility was already going to be better than the crit, because the amount of crit that I'm getting from that pull is not high enough, if you know what I mean. Alright, so with the change of talents, we now have Sacrifice Souls. So the only difference is going to be, again, like I said, we're still going to do these Shadow Bolts. We're going to get as many demons out as possible with rapid succession of Call Dread Stalkers, Vile Fiend, Foul Lord, Observer, and then we'll get into Decimating Bolt and getting those quick Demon Bolts out as quickly as possible. So, without further ado, let's go. More. That's perfect. Let's see. a good sample size, but I saw 13k. I'll tell you that much. I saw a 13k, but the non-crits were a little bit interesting, and I want to see why.
Another chapter for my book.
So we hit 4. Somehow one of the crits was 5k and one was 13k, with my normal hits being 6k. Makes no sense. Isn't useful. Sacrifice souls, meaning. So I'm gonna go Nether Portal and try the other option, which is Pleasure Through Pain and Master Summoner. This would be rapid succession of the Dreadstalkers, which would be a lot of damage instantly. And Pleasure Through Pain just increasing my Demon Bolt. Now, I am not looking into... I am going to include Master Summoner now into this, because again, I'm looking for that split 10-second window of damage. This actually could be better with Sacrifice Souls though. So I will try that with Sacrifice Souls in just a bit. So, let's go ahead. Head on back. Again, it could be worse. Sacrifice Souls could be the way to go, though. I am going to look into it a little bit more, into details. So bear with me here. We are same with the versatility. Anything else that I am missing right now? And I went Pleasure Through Pain, sorry, so I'm going to have to bring out the Succubus.
Don't touch what you can't afford.
Pleasure Through Pain, Shadow Damage Increase, and Cast Time of Shadow Bolt Reduce. That actually could be nice. This is going to be a little bit different of a rotation, however I don't mind it. Let's see what we can pull off here. We're just going to go with the regular... Yeah, let's go. Oh, ooh, ooh. This feels so much better. Got it. Okay, reset. That didn't look great. So 7, 2, and 5. Sacrifice Souls now with both Pleasure and Master Summoner. So let's go. Two 8 days. Just let me have one more. I want to see one more. There we go. 6k. Got a lot of damage though. Demon Bolt. We had an 8k, 6k, 7k, and we have the new weapon enchant. Now we got that now. Alright, so weapon enchant has changed. Let's see what we can pull off here. We can go back to the simple rotation, which is nice. So let's go ahead and do that. I have more freedom with this. Sorry, I almost messed this up. We're just looking at the Demon Bolts now. Okay, 5s and 4s, huh? It's gone down. So, the only thing we're missing is the Shadow Core Oil. It's not going to really affect or make or break my Demon Bolts. With all the testing we've done so far, this is the best setup and options that I currently have for how much damage we're going to be able to do. Doesn't give us the biggest Demon Bolt procs. It could. It gives us one of the highest Demon Bolt procs. It depends on whether or not they crit. I procced a 13k at one point, and that was just a fluke of a crit, and it's possible to get 13ks. However, I'm gonna fully do a rotation with this, and see what we can do, and then see how one-shotty we can get with the demon bolts. So, I'm gonna do like a little bit of a 1 minute rotation setup with this current talent choices and everything that I've got, and then I'll go ahead and let you know when to start watching out for the demon bolts. So for without further ado, let's just get involved. Go ahead and utilize this nether portal because we're back to the nether portal setup. How many demons can we get out today? One. Alright. Here we go. Alright, damage wise, that was standard. But we need to look in depth on those demon bolts real quick.
Wonderful. Another chapter for my book.
So I did a normal hit of 1k. So that's even less than the one that we started with. Max of 5.4. And then a crit somehow of 4.2. Now how does that work? 4 hits, averaging 3k. It's just so dumb how a crit can be worse than a regular hit. It is just so dumb. Oh, another portal on cooldown. Alright, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to try this. You know what? Fuck it.
Couldn't resist, could you?
This is gonna be the final, attempt. I'm gonna go pleasure through pain with sacrifice souls. It's actually gonna be. I think there's one more. Yeah, there's one more. I don't understand. I only have one more potion, but we have 2 more attempts on this. I'm going to sacrifice souls with the pleasure through pain, and then I'm backtracking now to see what's going on. And then after that, then we'll go ahead and remove pleasure through pain and see what happens there. So if that's the case, let's do it this way. Master Sum. No, that's not going to do anything. Master Summoner is just, Call Dreadstalkers is now instant, which is nice. I'm going to get more demons out with Observer and Felvoid. I've decided to go all out this time and just get rid of Amplify Curse. I'm just going to freaking summon the whole world. Alright, so with this change, because I can't figure out how I got a 13k crit, I can't figure out where the 8k damage, the 8k standards are at. So we've gone back. We're backtracking now. Sacrifice souls with pleasure through pain. I don't think pleasure through pain is doing anything to my demon bolts. I just don't. If you look at it, it does decrease the cast time on it, yes. But I don't think it also affects Shadow Flame damage. As well as it does affect Shadow damage, but I don't know if it affects Shadow Flame damage. So we're going to give this another go. However, I've also gotten rid of Amplify Magic, and I'm keeping both of these demons out. We're going to do a full setup rotation with Sacrifice Souls as well. Let's see what the hell is going on. This is my last potion. And we are going to do one more if this doesn't work. So let's just freaking go. set up for things. Oh, this is good. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. So I think we saw something better there. I think we saw something better there.
Wonderful. Another chapter for my book.
Somehow a freaking crit is 6K. Why? How is a crit 6K? Then we had three 8Ks. 8, 16, 24. 24K damage in a matter of 3 seconds. Not even 2 seconds. We've gone back to sacrifice souls, pleasure through pain. And we don't have a potion, so we're just gonna wing it out and see what we can pull off here. Alright, here we go. What's the most we're gonna get? I only got 2 to look at. 8K and a 16 fucking K. I only got 2. That was a very bare, shitty rotation, by the way, just to give you guys a heads up on that.
Another chapter for my
That was a terrible rotation. And we just procced 16,690. We have figured it out, Chief. We have freaking figured it out. Imagine 316Ks. Imagine 317Ks demon points. So we have figured it out. If we have all the buffs and everything, that would be a 17K demon bolt. I think it's working. Just imagine in a BG with saltwater and a Zerker. Oh yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. Also, in a battleground, unless if it's a rated battleground, I lose. If it's rated PvP, you lose a lot of the buffs that we're actually using. But an actual battleground, this is dumb. I can one shot some people. Might be hitting for 25. Yeah, it could be, and I can't wait to test this out on 16K on Monday. We are gonna stream this on Monday. Such details. That's all we needed to know. We tuned in Minecraft tonight, and then Minecraft on Sunday. Hopefully I figure out how to play the game. And then on Monday, we're coming back for the BGs. Peace out.